First day on this ship. Wake. Chesterat guides us to the mess hall. Seems excited about something. Turned out the cook is some kind of fancy robot. Nice gal, good cook, very eccentric. Has a whole list of rules and everything. Crew is very fond of her. I got to try a mango beetle, split it with Chesterat. It was actually really good. Zoran ended up with some awful recaf and chugged it as if it was the freshest water. I'm really not sure about him, but he's useful and not unpleasant. Just concerning. Overheard him say something about already having 2 romantic partners. Why not 75? Whatever, as long as he keeps it out of our room. Chesterat takes us to meet the captain. On the way, he tells us about a load-bearing bar on the ship that hasn't been fully fixed. I guess he and that Tabitha really went at each other. We're happily chattering away when the ship halts and we lose gravity. I managed to grab onto Chess's ankle. The others held onto the walls, and Zoran went, unsuccessfully, for the load-bearing bar no one's supposed to touch. Alarms blare. An intercom announcement tells the crew to go to their battle stations. 3 vessels were rapidly approaching. Can't catch a break ever. But we blast them and hightail it out of there with relative ease. Captain Edwards seemed impressed that I offered help. Why wouldn't I increase my odds of survival? And all I did was pull a lever. I felt like more of a hobbyist than an actual engineer, but if the standards around here are that low, finding a job is going to be easier than swiping a whale's pocket change. David finally made his way up to us after he'd already missed all the action. Oh well. Cub's greener than a sapling, probably for the best. Adalia did not seem to like the Ashlon boatswain. Bosun? However you pronounce it. Don't think she knows him or anything. Felt like more than just fear of Ash Hylon's reputation. I'll keep an eye on that. We're taken to our rooms. They're nicer than I'm used to. Won't love sleeping in a pod, but doesn't matter much. Dream too much during natural sleep anyways. James introduces himself. Interesting little spyware. Possibly very useful. Night shift. Same one. I hate knowing it has vent access. I'm just going to sleep off the dread. Next day. Awoke from another night of subpar rest. I dreamed. A skeleton of obsidian cut my hand as he guided me through what might have been hell. Went to the mess hall and ate. The others sat with me. Adalia says she spoke with the night shift. Val says she did see Adalia talking through the door as if it was a 2-way conversation. I'm going to ignore this until I'm forced to do something about it. Nothing life-threatening happened today. Nice change of pace. I talked with Chesterat more today. Asked him what he knows about our culture and history. I didn't pay as much attention to my people as I should have. He told me a story of how our moon goddess,
Mothtet Perrywhite,
once saved his life. He crafted himself a pendant of her symbols and has worn it since. I contemplating offering to make him a better one, but it's too meaningful to him that he made it himself. Based on his description, I drew the moon goddess's symbol, and I drew his pendant. I don't know if I'll ever be the worshipping type, but it's nice to know our gods. After a while, he said he needs to get back to work. I told him we could talk more after his shift, and he agreed. I should ask him to the gym with me tomorrow. Gets a bit dull by herself. I set off to stretch my limbs and adjust to what will be my home for the next month. I walked through the halls and snooped through engineering. Took note of what's running the place. Asked James for random places to visit. Went to my room to study some tech manuals to keep the boredom at bay. When I was tired of that, I asked James for any scraps of information on Catans. There doesn't seem to be much. When Chesterat's shift was over, I walked with him to his room. He mostly complained about work and a few crew members. I remembered to tell him to come with me to the gym tomorrow to work out. Had to run back to my room. I've lost track of time, and I'll never get used to these awful night creatures. Next day, woke up, no dreams this time. Met at mess hall with others. Crew? Crew would imply the ship's crew, wouldn't it? We might not even make it far enough to be our own crew anyways. Whatever, others works for now. I think we're finally done with the night shift issues. I hope. Met Chesterat at the ship's gym. It's actually pretty nice as far as I'm concerned. We chat back and forth. I can't help but notice his scars. His story's not mine to tell, but I feel for him. Being ripped from your family is horrible. David and Valentina come in a short while after and join us. It was nice. Kind of like hunting with a pride in an odd way. I decided to draw Chester Rat too. He looks softer than he does in real life, but I don't think it's too far off. Baby.
Oh my god.
Later, Val wanted to talk. I think she might have been asking me for advice. She talked about her confusing feelings about David. He seems like a pleasant young man. Once again, no one else's business is my business unless it's made to be mine too. Just keep yourselves off the list and out of my space. I hope this won't affect the group's dynamics badly, but I hope she just has fun just the same. I remember what it's like still. I wonder if I'll ever be capable of those feelings again. Nope, that's enough journaling today.
Nope, oh my gosh.
Next day. Skipped a few days. It's been mostly the same anyways. Wake, eat, chat. Either I ask Chester out where we can go to the gym again, or he asks me. Sometimes I mention it to the group in case anyone wants to tag along. Sometimes I help with quick odd jobs around the ship. James gives me plenty of material to study and improve my skills. Zoran bemoans Adalia's cooking that she apparently springs on him when the night shift's out, so he has nowhere else to go.
Wait. ...
Guess he's been sneaking into her and Valentina's room? Guess I'm not always in our room either, but he calls her meals the strangest bowls of cereal you've ever seen. Maybe I'm just bothered because I'm missing out on the fun. Why would I even care? I have scribbles in here of her complaining to herself. Anyways, maybe I should just go talk with them more often. Improving my skills is important, and I already spent a decent amount of time with Chester but I should have a better understanding of the team. Adalia is more interesting than she lets on. Valentina seems odd, but there's probably a story or two there. Zoran probably doesn't remember his stories. David's been through it only just recently. I'm not a sitter, but I should do the right thing and check in on the cub. Next day. Zoran, still displeased with me for minding my business.
Oh my god.
Stashed my journal in the vent. I found it after hearing rattling somewhere deep in the vent. Listen, yeah, night shift spider thing that Adalia is now calling Felix, stapling what to us was skin to itself was quite frankly horrible. You want me to do about it? Calling for aid would have turned its attention to us. They have vent access. Turned out it wasn't even skin anyways. Adalia gave her, Felix, a flesh-colored blanket, because that's just what you do, I guess. Anyways, we're almost there. Only 2 days left. We were introduced to a
Jimmerant
named Darby. He's apparently like an uncle to the boss. Maybe working long-term for this family wouldn't be so bad. Though, Chessie would do just about anything to be free of them. Oh well. Darby gave us more details about our jobs. I will not write what was said down. I just hope we shape up enough to do this. Here's my 8 pages.
Yeah.